Yo, what is up, fam? It's your dude FanOf here. Welcome to another video. Guys, this keyboard looks so similar to the one I have now. I know that they could look very similar for a lot of reasons, because it's just like a form factor that's standard, but this one's called modding a cheap keyboard, guys, and we're gonna react to it. So yeah, interesting video. Title, but yeah, like, very similar keyboard, right, guys? But I had to make sure I got the one with the F keys because I'm a RuneScape player, guys. I'm a RuneScape player, you know what I mean? We need the F keys. So I had to go out and find one that had the F keys, and I paid a little bit extra for it, but it was worth it.
Hey guys, so Royal Kludge sent me their RK61, which is one of the cheapest hot swap keyboards you can buy right now. So,
look at keyboards getting advanced with their USB-C port and stuff. I go homeless for a year, I come back to this stuff, man, and bang. Finally. Not a cheap keyboard, like a budget keyboard with USB-C. We love to see it, right, guys? Pretty soon they'll be like wireless chargers or something like that. Solar chargers.
instead of making a review video,
Charging off the power of the light in the room.
I decided to mod the crap out of it instead.
Okay.
Starting with the unboxing, it comes with the keyboard itself, an instruction manual, a list of functions.
When I was shopping for a budget keyboard, this keyboard did show up for me, guys.
Controls, a cheap keycap puller, extra switches, and a USB-C cable.
Yeah.
The first step of disassembling the keyboard is taking off the keycaps and the switches.
I was gonna put O-rings on them, man. I never put O-rings on mine yet. Dang, swapping everything out, guys. What the
Next, I unscrewed the 4 screws on the back, which let me take the plate and PCB out of the case after disconnecting the battery.
Why though?
After that,
guys, why is he disassembling it this so tough?
I unscrewed the plate from the PCB, and then I cut the middle of the plate out using a
Oh, it's modding us. I'm sorry, guys. I was expecting like a keyboard review or something.
Dremel. This gives the switches in the middle a much more resonant sound since they're not dampened by contact with the metal plate.
Oh snap. Destroying it with that saw
thingy. The end result was
thingy.
pretty messy.
I learned how to use that back in woodshop, guys.
But functionally, it worked just fine. I wouldn't recommend doing this if you don't know what you're doing. In my case, I started out using the wrong bits and I got really lucky I didn't get hurt when they exploded.
Oh,
the next thing I did was put some
a little bit of a burn on it from the hot thawing of it.
3M VHB tape on the PCB. I decided to
3M, such a big company, man.
Experiment with using this tape because after removing the middle of the plate, the switches were super loose because there was nothing holding them in place. The tape did a good job making sure the switches wouldn't move anywhere, and on top of that, it has a dampening, foam-like texture that improved the sound of the keyboard in a similar way that PE foam does. If you don't know what the PE foam mod...
Oh, it looks nice and sticky, bro. Like you want to put your finger on the sticky part and then have it like get adhesed to your like a finger, like almost as like an ASMR but for like feeling, you know what I mean?
I'll leave a link in the description explaining how it works.
And you do that with like tape back in the day as like a board, like kind of fidget kind of thing, because I used to do that, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
The only downside of doing this is that once you get the switches in, it's next to impossible to get them back out.
What?
I would only recommend doing this if you never plan on taking your switches out of
I'm not into the modding scene that much, but
your keyboard again.
Thankfully we won't do that. But I'll pay for somebody to mod it if I ever get rich.
After screwing the plate and PCB together again, I put the switches and the stabilizers back in. Unfortunately, I don't have the footage of this because I ended up taking so much longer than I expected to get all of the switches in and stabilizers tuned.
I'm just excited to see the final product here, man.
I also bent way more pins than I care to admit.
Whoa.
For the switches, I used a Franken switch made from the tops of both
pink. Let's go. Oh, I've been seeing a few modded keyboards here and there, guys.
Switches,
we're gonna see like custom keys and everything, man. It's gonna look good.
Bottoms of Duroc T1s and the stems from Halo/KO Polaya switches, all lubed with 3203. For the
Snap.
stabilizers,
A bunch of different color keys as well, man.
I just took the stock stabilizers that came with the keyboard.
Oh, with the Japanese as well, or Chinese. I don't know. Some one of those languages, guys.
Strip the lube off, wire balance them, wholly
That's
modded
cool,
the
that's cool.
housings, and then re-lubed them with 205G0. For the keycaps, I decided to use GMK Samurai because they're the cheapest GMK set you can buy right now.
There's a button called Meta. Must be like a you know, so you can use the F keys and stuff.
For the bottom case, I started with removing a lot of the unnecessary plastic, including the 4 standoffs at the bottom. I won't be needing them anymore.
Yeah, why would they even include that plastic if it's unnecessary? Probably for the original build, right, guys? I have no clue why.
Since I will be friction fitting the plate and PCB into the case instead of screwing it in.
Dang, straight up taking that plastic out.
Before the final assembly, there's one more thing I wanted
He's got a ring on his pointer finger. Interesting.
to do.
Don't see that much on YouTubers or anyone really.
Which is filling the bottom case with pennies.
What? Why?
I laid down layers of pennies and clear double-sided tape before covering everything with a layer of masking tape to hold it all in place. The extra weight gives the keyboard a much denser, less hollow, and overall more premium sound. After that, I cut a piece of foam to put.
Is it to make the keyboard seem more premium, or for to make it sound better? Okay.
Over the top of everything.
Okay.
Because I removed the
it's gonna feel heavier, so you know you're gonna know it's a better product, right? It's a heavier product.
For the bottom case, I'm going to be mounting the plate and PCB.
No RGB, nothing special like that, but
with a screwless gummy O-ring mount. How this works is basically you take a gummy O-ring, which is like a big rubber band, and stretch it between the plate and PCB. Then,
never heard of a giant O-ring, guys.
The whole fixture is friction fit into the walls of the case. This gives the keyboard a lot more flex for a bouncier feel, as well as makes the sound a lot more uniform across the board when compared to the standard screw-in tray mount.
What if it provides every function O-ring could? I don't think it could. Maybe for the outer keys a little bit, not entirely. I don't know. I'm just guessing here.
To assemble the keyboard from this point, all you need to do is align the plate and PCB with the bottom case and then press it in. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is that because of the O-ring mount, the PCB sits much higher in the case than normal, so you have to file the opening for the USB-C port slightly taller.
Alright, okay. Oh, looks good now. Looks like you can sell that for $50. Because it looks, you know, a little bit custom.
Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this build turned out. It was fun experimenting with a bunch of stuff I haven't seen anyone else do.
He's got the pink switches, I guess. I think those are called pink switches.
And the end result far exceeded any expectations I had for the keyboard. Here's the before and after sound test.
Alright. That's a trading card, right? Ooh. Fairly responsive. Guys, how did they get that? What is that, chord they have? Guys, I don't know what chord that is. I keep seeing it. I've seen it on Ludwig's setup. I was watching, Linus Tech Tips, rate, content creator setups, and Ludwig's setup was there, man. And it had this, bro. I gotta get something like that. I have no clue. Let me know in the comments below what that is, guys, if you know. Bro, that thing is loud. I know he has this microphone turned all the way up, but it's loud for my ears. He actually types properly. I do not type properly, guys. I'm excited to see how it sounds, man. My ears, bro. But yeah, my keyboard is called a Jazz, bro. And it has like the same spacebar, bro. It has the same spacebar. It has like the line where the spacebar is. And the same Windows key. Almost the same Windows key, but see how there's a line right there? Well, mine's RGB, so I'm not sure if his is. Probably not. Maybe, I don't know. I had to get the, you gotta get the RGB with your keyboard. No, you don't always have to, but I like RGB. So you can see at night. Alright. Let's see. Oh, okay, got like a way less a louder kind of a sound here, guys. Not bad, not bad. Didn't add no fancy RGB or nothing though. No fancy custom like Pokemon freaking keys either, bro. But he might have more modding keyboard related stuff on his channel, right, guys? Probably does. We could see that his other videos for that. Wire balanced. Yeah, I do like both. The sound isn't that much of a concern to me. It's how it functions and stuff. But I do like the second one. But I wouldn't go out of my way that much to buy it. Maybe if I was super rich. Yeah, it didn't really harm the function of it doing all this modding, so not bad, not bad. But yeah, guys, that's the video, guys. Let's look at a few comments here. Flurples is the name. It's called We Do a Little Upgrading. You're right, no one has done these mods. Those super interesting videos. Those blue switches were violence to my ears. Yeah, those were pretty loud. Mine doesn't really feel like that. Penny's thing is genius. I love how it teaches you instead of my things and saying go learn yourself. Yeah, a fairly new YouTuber, and this video blew up, guys. But yeah, guys, I'm live on Twitch every day, so that's where I do my reactions now. Peace out, everyone. See you guys next video. Later. Check out Flurples in the description.